Winner, winner, chicken dinner.
Bitty Bitcoin just hit a new all-time high, and in this video, I'm going to be breaking down why it's not stopping here. I deeply believe, and I'm going to be showing you all the nerdy math and statistics in this video of why it's going to be going higher, and why, obviously, you shouldn't be a little paper hand. Obviously, these are my own thoughts and opinions, so please do your own research. But I think what I'm about to show you is going to open a few eyes of why there's a lot more meat left on the old Bitcoin bone. Very quickly, before we get into the nitty-gritty of it, there's two things I need to clarify. Number one, if you enjoy these type of market breakdowns and updates on whatever's happening in the story of finance and economy and all that stuff, don't forget to like and subscribe. And number two, I'm specifically talking about short-term trading. In the long-term investing horizon, I am a Bitcoin bull. I have Bitcoin. I don't touch it. I'm not going to trade it, but I want to get into why in the short term, I think it's going to continue to pump. So I just want to set a little bit of framework for this particular conversation. Dingity ding. Ding, ding. Sound the alarms, call your mother, brother, and grandma because Bitcoin just hit a new all-time high. As I am filming this Bitcoin, you can see literally as I'm filming this, we are continuing to push that record high higher and higher and higher. It's at about 113.5 thousand. I hope by the time you're watching this, 115, 120, that would make me feel real good. But it isn't just the crypto market. In fact, the overall market also going right now in real time for a new all-time high. So why in the world is this happening? Well, I guess the market's really not buying what Trump is saying. Trump's tariff assault on Brazil thrills Bolsonaro supporters. Brazil will respond to Trump's 50% tariff with reciprocity, according to Da Silva. Trump's 50% levy on Brazil shows world nothing is off limits. I don't know if I'm really buying that, because you know what I think it's really showing the world? I think it's showing the world the beauty of the taco trade. Trump always chickens out. Now, will he chicken out? Won't he chicken out? I don't know, but what I can tell you from the market is we are pumping, as in the market is betting it doesn't really matter. I mean, look at what's going on in crypto right here. Look at old Bitcoin. Is it up almost 100% on the year? That's one giant green bubble, and I have a feeling it's going to keep pumping and pumping and pumping. The crypto sphere as a whole is now worth $3.5 trillion, with Bitcoin itself being worth $2.2 trillion and coming in at number 2, Ethereum, about $350 billion. So obviously quite a differential between the granddaddy of them all and basically everything else. Bitcoin absolutely destroying. So you're probably tuning into this to get those nitty-gritty, nerdy details of why I think in the short term, this pump is going to keep going. And the answer is the flow of big money. Where is big money placing their bets? Well, let me show it to you. Let me prove it to you. IBIT, the biggest ETF for Bitcoin, the call delta, the put delta, everything is ripping. The delta, for those of you who don't know from the options market, is a measure of the bullishness and or bearishness of the options market for the underlying equity. In this case, IBIT, the world's biggest Bitcoin ETF, that delta is pumping. And on top of that, we can see that if it gets above 65, which is where it is right now, we're going to fall down this gamma ramp, this gamma mountain, and there's a chance of hitting 66, 68, and 70. So of course, percentage wise, you could add that on to Bitcoin. So that's probably the closest measure. Taking a step away, we could look at MicroStrategy. Similar situation. The delta ripping all day. The big players are buying calls, selling puts. And in reality, it's going to run it up to 425. And if we could get above that, once again, falling down this gamma mountain, price continues to go up and up and up, obviously highly correlated with Bitcoin. And then just to really drive home the point, taking another step further away in terms of direct relation to Bitcoin, let's take a look at Coinbase. Same thing. The calls are being bought. Puts are being sold. The delta is ripping. And in terms of key levels, same thing. Looking for the break above 370, maybe 380. Massive bullish position all the way up to 400. Folks, no matter how you slice it, big money is bullish. Big money is bullish. Big money is bullish. They're not taking their gains off the table right now. They're adding on to the bet. Now, obviously, that's a dive into the actual derivatives market of where the money's going, but what are all the talking heads on Wall Street saying? Here's what Charles Payne had to say.
As well. So I want to take another look at another name that you like here, and that's Bitcoin. Now, if I read the notes properly, did you say 140,000 for Bitcoin is possible from here?
It's very possible. With
Really?
upside from
140.
there, and I don't want to oversell it. And look, I'll leave the story to the pump, but I focus on the charts. And this chart is coiled like a spring here. Now, keep in mind, as many of these momentum stocks have surged off the bottom, Bitcoin's been doing yeoman's work of consolidating within this well-defined trading channel, but it is coiled, as I said, to break out and play catch-up to names like Coinbase, names like Robinhood that are already back at the high. So a breakout above 110, which is last resistance, projects measured upside to 140 with upside from there to 170.
Well, you heard it. 140 to potentially 170. I want to take a quick second to dive into if that is realistic or not. Obviously, as we're filming this is a bit of an open range breakout. We are at a new all-time high, so there's not much resistance on top we can measure it against because literally we haven't been there before, but it is somewhat popular to use Fibonacci extension tools. And if we do the recent all-time high, 112,000, to the recent low of roughly 75, that would put the next fib level at 135. Now, obviously, I want to clarify once again, I don't need you yelling at me in the comments. This is just for short-term trading. When it comes to me and my Bitcoin, I'm a long-term investor, but you bet your bottom dollar I'm playing a bunch of these short-term calls on things such as iBit, Coin, MicroStrategy to add to those bags. So yes, in the short term, I think there's a lot of distance that this can actually go. And in the long term, I'm as bullish as I've ever been. But who knows? Maybe in the future, this video will prove that I'm an absolute clown and I have no idea what I'm possibly talking about. Or maybe it'll make me look like some sort of financial genius. With that being said, I would love to get your thoughts in a comment below. And I'm not just saying that, I truly love to hear from the community. Right now, are you absurdly bullish on Bitcoin? Are you neutral? Are you bearish? Are you playing somewhere else in the crypto sphere that you think has better opportunity? I want to get your thoughts below. But what I can tell you, in my own humble opinion, is I am absurdly bullish. I'm very excited for the short-term tendies. That's what I have for you now. I appreciate you stopping by. I'll catch you in the next one.